Hey, welcome back to another episode of Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy. I'm your host, John Scanlon, and I'm here with two very special guests. We have Chef Brittanie from Union Public House and Salty Pantry Chefs. And also we have another very special guest. We have Chef Zoey. Thank y'all so much for being on the show today.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. We're super excited.
Yeah, and I think we have some special information about Chef Zoey. How long have you been baking for?
Half my life.
Half your life. So Chef Zoey is 8 years old. She's been baking for over 4 years, and she's ready to show you what she can do.
Yes.
So what are y'all making today?
Macarons.
Yes, today we're going to be making French Macarons.
Strawberry.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to see how it's done.
In order to make macarons, it's super important that you grab almond flour, not coconut flour, powdered sugar, granulated sugar, egg whites, cream and tartar, and vinegar. So first, we're going to wipe all of our utensils down with vinegar.
And what's the purpose of that?
To draw out moisture.
What's next?
So we're going to go ahead and do our first sifting of our dry ingredients. I like to alternate a little bit of almond flour and a little bit of powdered sugar in. And we're just gonna sift these into the bowl until all of the mixture is complete and incorporated. So now we're gonna go ahead and start our meringue process. So we're gonna add our egg whites. Full steam. And then we're gonna put a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar in. Just gonna go ahead and start this on low.
All right, start on low until it reaches
A nice frothy all the way through, like you don't see any remaining egg whites left. All right, now that we're at our frothy stage, we're gonna start to slowly incorporate our sugar in.
So, it doesn't deflate.
That's exactly right. All right, so we're gonna pick up the speed too a little bit, just increasing it to about a medium speed. That way it gets all incorporated evenly and all the sugar gets dissolved into the meringue. This is the time that we're gonna have the fun part and we're gonna add coloring to it.
And what color are you gonna make it?
Coral.
And how do you do that?
We use pink and peach food coloring.
Okay, excellent. And how many drops of each do you use?
2.
2 drops of peach and 2 drops of
Pink.
pink, and we're gonna get coral.
Now that we have the color that we're looking for, we're about to get through our final stage of our meringue. So we're gonna pick the speed up to about a medium high, roughly for 3 to 4 minutes, till we get, I like to call it like a medium well. That is the consistency we are looking for right there. So now we're gonna start our second sifting process, just really making sure that there's no clumps or anything in our dry mixture and we get a nice smooth surface on our shell. So we're gonna do this in 3 separate batches, really making sure that we're not deflating our meringue altogether. And we're gonna be gently folding too. You'll see that like most recipes call for you doing a J hook in your fold to really get all around, and we'll be doing that too.
One more fold. Ribbon stage.
So now we are finished and we are at our ribbon stage where you can see it's nicely falling off of our spatula but not completely just running down. So now we're gonna go ahead and get these ready into piping bags. I like to put them in one singular piping bag first and then my piping tip in the other. It just kind of prevents mess. And then we also have our piping tips right here, which I prefer to use the 2A piping tip for my macarons. So we're just gonna start our piping, and it's super important that we're piping at a perpendicular angle because again, with the rise of the macaron shell, we want our feet to rise nice and evenly or else they'll be lopsided, so. Up and stop. Perfect. So now that we've finished piping our macarons out, it's super important that we allow them to sit for an hour to an hour and a half. The tops of the shells are gonna create a nice hardened shell. They're not gonna be super hard, but they're gonna be firm enough to touch where no fingerprints are left in, and that's when we know that they're ready to go in the oven. I set the oven typically anywhere between 305 to 310. All right, these are looking great and they're where we want them, so we're gonna go ahead into the oven.
Yeah.
All right, little chef, put them in that bottom rack.
So it's easier.
Excellent.
right, it's been 18 minutes. The kitchen's starting to smell great. Are they ready or?
I think so. Let's go take a look. Looking done to me. Go ahead, let's pull those out. Excellent. Those look great. Now we're going ahead and they have little buddies. So as much as we would like to be perfect on every shell, some match up better than others. So we're really just going through and seeing which has the most compatible size. And we're gonna be flipping one shell up. That way it just makes it more efficient and easy for us to pipe all the way down. This is actually a caramel macchiato buttercream flavor. Quite delicious. You've got room temp butter, powdered sugar, a burnt caramel sauce that I absolutely love goes into this, and some espresso. So it's literally like you're having a little bite of a nice caramel macchiato from Starbucks.
Now we're gonna put the tops on the cream. Basically, you just pick it up and put it on top.
As we move on to our next flavor of macarons, we're gonna put these into the fridge and just kind of let them sit together and settle between the shells and the buttercream.
You did another macaronaging. This is what it looks like without the food coloring.
Correct.
So there's the same recipe, everything the same. We just didn't add
No food coloring.
the color. And what kind are these gonna be?
So these are going to be chocolate covered strawberry flavored, and we're going to start off with a strawberry buttercream, and we're going to create a barrier around it and actually fill the middle with a chocolate creme. Now Zoe is going to fill the macarons with our chocolate creme, which is absolutely delicious. It's like a combination between a custard and a mousse. So now we're gonna finish up with the vision that we have in mind for our wreath, and that includes topping them with buttercream roses. And it's the same concept as our buttercream from earlier, standard American buttercream with butter and powdered sugar. And you simply just add more powdered sugar to your desired texture, which is a little bit more firm to create the petals. And we're just gonna put just a little dollop of whipped cream or buttercream on top. And then we're gonna take our favorite rose and we're going to put it on top just like that.
Tip.
Excellent.
Wait.
Yay, those look so pretty. So they've been in the refrigerator for a few minutes just to let them really set together and get that flavor incorporated into the shell. And now we are going to assemble our wreath. So we're just gonna start by piping just a little bit of buttercream on. It really keeps it set in place. And now we're just gonna go down with our design. Careful not to squeeze them. Right there, perfect. And then now we're just gonna go around our wreath and start adding all these beautiful microgreens.
You have the caramel macchiato macarons.
We have the caramel macchiato and chocolate covered strawberry.
So go to Salty Pantry Chefs to follow Chef Brittanie. Or they can go to Union Public House.
Union.
Yeah, go to Union Public House. That's at 36 East Garden Street. One, they have fantastic food, but as you can see here, they have fantastic pastries as well. Make sure to look out in the future for Chef Zoey. She's still a little ways away from being in the workforce, but I know she's going to make a huge impact. Great job today, Chef
Absolutely.
Zoey.
Thank
Good job,
you.
Zoey.
So go ahead, Chef Zoey, pick the one that you want.
That one? Okay, good choice, good choice.
Yeah.
Let's see how this tastes. You ready?
It's ready. Bon appetit.
So good. That's really good.
That is really delicious.
I love it.
Do you like these?
Yeah. It's
So you make
amazing.
Do you make these at the house?
I make macarons, but I don't make the wreaths.
I would make these and I would eat them every single day. These are incredible. You did a great job. Yeah, you're gonna have to try these at home. Definitely make these, or again, look up Chef Brittanie at Salty Pantry Chefs, or go to Union Public House, and we'll see you next time on Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.